Welcome to the 2024 Menu of Hope. Please welcome to the stage the co-anchor for ABC 6 News, Fox 28 News, Stacia Nakin.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for being here with us today. We're so excited to welcome you back to the Menu of Hope, supporting the Children's Hunger Alliance. What brings me back and what brings us together today is a shared concern for children who do not have access to healthy food. Today, we celebrate the great work of Children's Hunger Alliance and its partners. Last year, CHA helped provide millions of meals to Ohio's children, but so many more need to be reached. To connect you to the plight of the kids who are food insecure, we will give voice to them by sharing some of their stories. Storytelling is a very effective way to communicate. Ever since humans first walked the earth, we've been sharing stories, telling stories. Storytelling connects people and passes along information, history, culture, and values. Once upon a time, four simple, very powerful words that often begin a childhood story. Once upon a time can be a story of surprise, a warning of danger, the explanation of a new idea, an expression of hope, or a call to action. I hope today's stories will move you to take action and make a difference in a child's life by supporting CHA. My co-anchor, ABC6 and Fox 28's Bob Kendrick has a story to share. Bob, come on up here. There you are, friend.
Thanks, folks. I do have a story.
Oh, good.
Once upon a time, there was a family living in a remote area of southern Ohio. It was a hot summer day, and they had no air conditioning. This was the second day that the cupboard was bare, literally. They had finished a box of cereal, no milk, for supper the night before. The mother, Diane, had just recently found herself without a job and little means to support her family, and her two children were hungry. She had no idea where their next meal was coming from. Then she remembered seeing a flyer at the library about someone giving away free food to children. The photo on the flyer showed a van with a big sign that read, Children's Hunger Alliance. Diane took her children by the hand, and they walked to the park to get the kids something to eat. When they got to the park, they saw the sign, and the kids ran to the van, and they were welcomed with smiles. CHA staff were distributing ready-to-eat nutritious meals, including craisins, whole grain bars, cheese, meat sticks, fruit pouches, even cold milk. Her kids sat down at a picnic table to eat with some other children. Diane was told that the van would be at the park every weekday over the summer. She had found help and hope. They loved their walks to the park that summer, getting something to eat, making new friends. And this is just one story of how the Children's Hunger Alliance is helping to fill the gap for families with children in need.
It's such a powerful story and a powerful reminder of why we are here today. We know those stories exist in communities across our state. And so when we hear a story like that, that's real. And it's not somewhere else. It's here. It's here in Columbus. It's here in our communities. And it's so important that we remember that. And that's why we're here today. We're going to take you on a journey by telling stories that we hope will inspire you to support Children's Hunger Alliance. As you continue to enjoy your lunch, and I enjoyed my cookie already.
You did immediately.
Yes, I did. I can highly recommend them. But please consider the kids who may not have a nutritious meal on a summer day like you just heard about. Your donation will help. We've made it very simple for you to make a gift by text. So we've got the information right there. You can text to give, text MOH24, Menu of Hope 24, to 762-78 It's that easy. Did you bring your cell phone up here?
I did. No,
You
no,
did?
I didn't. No, I didn't actually. But I
was
will the
going to
next
make a
time.
donation
Yep.
with your phone.
Oh, you were again this year. You were very generous last year.
Well, I tried. So we hope that you will text to give when you are inspired, when you are reminded about the importance of why we're all here. I hope that you will pull out your phone. It's so easy to give, and it's going to make a huge difference.
We'll watch that total climb here over the course of the afternoon. Now, I know that everyone here and those of you watching virtually want to help as many kids as you can around the state. And remember, this issue of food insecurity is in every single neighborhood, even a lot of the ones you might not think have food insecurity. So our goal for the event today is to raise $500,000. And we're close. Raising $50,000 today will get us there. So there's the number to remember. If we can raise the $50,000 here today with your help and your help at home watching on the virtual broadcast, if we can get to that 50,000, we'll reach the $500,000 goal. So you can make that difference right now just by making a gift, using your phone and sending a text. And remember that the kids are counting on you.
It's true. And as we continue sharing these stories, don't forget Uncle Bob and his story that you heard here today. That's what we like. When Bob goes into his storytelling, we call him Uncle Bob behind the scenes.
That's actually, the full title is Crazy Uncle Bob.
Crazy Uncle Bob. That's what my son calls him, yes. To better understand the needs of the food insecure and to learn what is being done around the state for kids and families, please welcome the new president and CEO of Children's Hunger Alliance, Michelle Brown.
Thank you so much, Bob and Stacia, for lending your talent to Children's Hunger Alliance. And thank you all for being here in the room and across Ohio to support our mission. It is an honor for me to be leading this organization and to be building on its strengths of critical food access and education across the state. So I have worked in the nonprofit sector for about 28 years, leading and managing organizations. And while it's my credentials that have gotten me to the position I'm in now, it's my experience that gets me up in the morning every day to do my job. And that's because I was that kid. I was the kid who was, not sure where my next meal was going to come from and embarrassed sometimes not to have a packed lunch at school like some of my friends. And while school lunch shouldn't have a stigma, it sometimes does. My single mom raised 3 kids, and she didn't have much time for cooking. In fact, I remember one night when we ate dinner so late that the youngest kid, guess who, fell asleep in her spaghetti. There's a messy picture, I think, of that somewhere. But the food we did have, it was purchased with food stamps, and it still wasn't enough. As my mother put it to me recently, we never had any money. So it wasn't all bad, although it was the 70s and 80s in the housing projects in Brooklyn, New York. On the plus side, I had plenty of friends to run around with, and when she could, my mom would sometimes take us all out for ice cream, which was also quite a scene. But overall, life was tough, and I would have given anything for it to be a little bit easier for my mom. Imagine if when I left school on Friday, I had food to take home, or if I could have stayed and eaten dinner with my friends after school. Sometimes it comes down to making life just a little bit easier. That might not sound like a lofty enough goal, but if you think about it, what if life could be just a little bit easier so that kids could feel more secure and ready to learn, and their parents don't have to worry about making sure their kids have food, but they can focus on building the life that they know they want for their children. So when I think about the theme of hope, I can't help but think about Grace Paley's quote that the only recognizable feature of hope is action. Hope alone will not make sure that a child has food, but when you put that hope into action, you start to see the change around you. So what does that change look like at CHA? Last year, we provided over 7 million meals across Ohio, serving 40% of the 386,000 food insecure children in Ohio. This year, you can clap for that. I heard one clap in the back. This year, we'll aim to serve at least 50% of those kids, an additional 40,000 children. There is a lot for this team and this community to be proud of, and I want to share a few additional examples. Recently, we absorbed 136 in-home childcare centers into our meal program in Cleveland practically overnight when a provider discontinued their services. We ramped up our weekend shelf-stable meals to 75,000 meals a week last week out of a 3,600 square foot warehouse. We're piloting a produce bag. It's a 3-pound bag with ample fruits and veggies for kids to enjoy, seen here in the Cleveland School District. It's something that they could take home during the week and they can fit in their backpack or they can just carry it. We've built customized software, so we're trying to streamline our services for the management of after-school and summer programs. We're teaching kids to make and enjoy nutritious food choices, and we're advocating for policies that decrease barriers to essentials like school breakfast and lunch. So CHA's unique role is clear. We're going wherever kids are, be it in-home daycare, childcare centers, schools, after-school summer camp, making sure that where they are, there's also food for them to eat, so they don't have to worry about what there is to eat. So when I think about my deepest hope and how I'm going to work with each of you to turn it into action, I picture kids across Ohio, kids across the lunch table, their parents, their grandparents, their friends, their neighbors, all of you around the table, working together to do the one thing that I know we can do. We can make sure that every child across Ohio has nutritious food to eat every day of the year. And you all make this possible. We always say it takes a community to get this work done. So I encourage you to think about how you will be turning hope into action as well. And today, as a member of our community, I'm contributing $1,000 to the $50,000 goal that we have for this hour so that we can reach our goals and reach more kids. I hope that you're going to join me and make a personally meaningful gift to help us reach our mission. Thank you for your support. So as you enjoy the rest of the program, you will notice some themes like making life a little easier and making commitments. And I think these themes represent our commonality and our shared interest in making sure that we're caring for our community. So when we help a kid have food to eat, they know that they are being cared for. And as I close, I also want to thank our CHA staff, Cindy Marshall, Anne Marie Wilson, Melanie Ryan, our whole steering committee, our board, our team for everything they've done to make this event possible, and our entire team for working tirelessly in support of children from our data team to our daycare centers. Thank you. And now it's my pleasure to introduce the CHA Governing Board Chair, Aaron Ackerman. I couldn't ask for a kinder or more dedicated leadership partner. Aaron volunteers his advocacy skills on behalf of children across Ohio, and he's here to present our Special Legislator Awards today. Please welcome Aaron to the stage.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Michelle, for those kind words. The Children's Hunger Alliance Governing Board is delighted that Michelle has joined us as President and CEO. Her passion, her commitment, all of that to the issues of food insecurity inspires each of us as CHA strives to serve even more of Ohio's food insecure children. I want to thank my colleagues on the governing board and our regional board members for their leadership, their support of our mission. Our professional staff, many volunteers, and our partner organizations, we all work together to provide access to healthy food, and with your support, we can do even more for children in need. A special welcome and thank you to the members of our Ohio General Assembly who are here today. Their support for our mission and programs is making a difference for food insecure children here in Ohio. Today, we are proud to honor 2 state legislators who have exhibited a deep commitment to CHA's mission. They have been outspoken advocates for CHA, supporting our policy priorities and advancing our state funding requests. The Legislative Child Advocacy honorees for 2024 are Senator Nikki Antonio, Minority Leader in the Ohio Senate and Ranking Member on the Senate Health and Transportation Committees, and Representative Jay Edwards, House Finance Committee Chair. These 2 public officials are valuable partners with CHA, serving an important constituent group Ohio's food insecure children. You will learn more about these honorees in this brief video. Take a look.
Children are our future, and we always like to talk about a level playing field. I'm here to tell you there isn't one, but we can get steps closer for children who have food insecurity by making sure they're at least starting from that place with their peers of being able to have healthy food on a daily basis so that they can perform at their best.
We expect our children to grow up and be successful. We expect them to get an education. We expect them to get into trades and different things. And if we want the future of our state or the future of our country to thrive, we have to take advantage of these foundational and much needed needs that we have. And that's the reason I've grasped onto the motto of the Children's Hunger Alliance and what they're trying to address. It means a lot to me. I hear stories every day of very successful people that still remember when they were kids standing in that food pantry line. And now many of them will be at this event and giving back because they remember those times.
When I was a kid, we had time in our life where we experienced food insecurity. I was, as a 12-year-old kid, actually embarrassed by the fact that our local church dropped off food for us. What I also understood as a 12-year-old is the relief on my mother's face that the food was going to be there.
This really gets over the stigma. It's a community event. We see people we know. We see our friends and neighbors and families and community members. And this means a lot to me. You know, sometimes in politics, there's a lot of things that are partisanship. And, you know, when I'm being honored, it's such a blessing to be honored by an organization that doesn't play into that. This is about feeding kids.
This award means a lot, and I want to say thank you so much. And we will continue to work on behalf of all of Ohio's children to make sure that the future is bright for all of them.
Please join me in thanking our child advocacy honorees and my good friends, Senator Nikki Antonio and Representative Jay Edwards, as they come to the stage.
With the support of the Ohio legislature, CHA will be able to change the future for many Ohio children. Thanks again for offering up food and hope to Ohio's hungry kids. And now we want to thank some of the incredible organizations that are supporting today's event and the work of the CHA, and they include our presenting patron, the AEP Foundation. And we're happy to continue our media partnership between Children's Hunger Alliance and our affiliate, ABC6 and Fox 28. And today's platinum patron is Kroger. Yep. And we have several premier patrons. They include Bob Evans Farms, the Champion Companies, Discover Financial Services, and Nationwide.
And I have a great list to share of our principal patrons: Care Source, Champion Food Service, Grange, Hexion, Huntington, Leading Edge, M&O Property Solutions, the Robert Weiler Company, and U.S. Bank. Now is a great time for you to show your support for Children's Hunger Alliance. Again, that text to give, it's so easy, and it's going to make such a big impact. It's easy, it's quick. Just once again, the text to give, the information right there, MOH24 for Menu of Hope 2024, 76278 to give. Again, that's MOH24 to 76278. Again, the number there on your screen and the information there on your tables as well. So get those phones out. It's so easy. You're going to make a huge difference in the life of Ohio kids. And you're going to get them nutritious food, the foundation for everything we need just to start the day. You can make that happen.
We're going to check the total here in just a few minutes here. Last year was the first for the CHA Community Impact Award, recognizing those who are going above and beyond to support the mission and make a significant difference for Ohio's children. The first honoree was AEP and the AEP Foundation. Now, please join me in welcoming AEP's Executive Vice President of Utilities, Peggy Simmons, to present this year's CHA Community Impact Award.
Too many children in Ohio have little or no access to nutritious food. We are so fortunate that the Children's Hunger Alliance is focused on solving that heartbreaking problem. This award recognizes those who support CHA's mission and their programs and services in extraordinary ways. I am pleased to announce 2024 Community Impact Award honoree is CareSource. Let's watch a video about, let's give them a hand first. Now, let's watch a video about their impact and involvement with CHA.
Giving back to the communities in which we live in, I believe, is our corporate responsibility. And that could take on many different forms, right? It could look like a check. It could look like time. So like we're doing today, we're filling boxes.
We are packing up meal boxes. So we've got about 20 volunteers here. I had to be very selective with who I invited because we would be lined up out the door if I put it out to the company. So we are packing up weekend meal boxes that will go out to vulnerable children across the state through child care centers and schools through CHA's amazing diverse network. So we're thrilled to be here. You can see the action behind me.
For CareSource, we know that not just addressing the health needs of the families that we serve, the members that we serve is important, but addressing all the needs, right? We know that kids sitting in schools, if their bellies aren't full, they're not going to be able to concentrate and focus.
We talk about healthcare with heart at CareSource a lot, right? Healthcare with heart. And it's not just a tagline. It's what we do. It's part of our mission. It's part of our nonprofit heart, our nonprofit roots. That's why we're here today. So we're really excited to be part of the partnership.
We've evolved throughout the years, pivoting, kind of changing. Since COVID, the needs are more prevalent, and we know that. And so we've continued to make investments with the Children's Hunger Alliance. It's been a great partnership.
Again, you're talking about feeding hungry kids. You're talking about a diverse network across the state. So it's a no-brainer. CHA all the way.
Let's give them another hand. As a valued supporter since 2007, CareSource is enabling CHA to have an even greater impact. CareSource Corporate and the CareSource Foundation have invested nearly $1.2 million in CHA since becoming a partner. Most importantly, they have provided unrestricted funds so that CHA can fill in the gaps as needed. 2 years ago, they moved into making multi-year commitments and six-figure gifts that benefit CHA from a dollar and strategic planning perspective. You have just seen one of the many ways they get their associates involved in helping fulfill their mission. Accepting the award is Deidre Yoakum, CareSource Vice President for Operations, Ohio Market.
Well, good afternoon. I would like to start by sincerely thanking the entire Children's Hunger Alliance team. Through the years, it has been an amazing partnership with CHA. Specifically, we work with Cindy Marshall, and you, Cindy, have made the partnership incredibly easy and super special. We have been partnering with CHA since 2007, and their mission in feeding kids across the state to end childhood hunger is aligned with our mission. At CareSource, we not only address the health needs of our members, but we also want to ensure that our members have the opportunity to live life to their fullest potential. When we set out to find a partner that aligns to our mission and that will make a daily impact in the lives of Ohioans, CHA was that partner for us. So while I thank you for this award and for the recognition, the true hero here today is CHA. Thank you.
All right, congratulations and thank you to CareSource for your commitment to kids who are food insecure. To those of you in the room and those watching on our virtual broadcast tonight, if you haven't yet, we hope you'll please text a gift in. And let's just see how we're doing here. All right.
Ooh.
Open again the goal, $50,000 today to get us to our ultimate goal of $500,000. We're 10,000 shy of that, and let's try and make that up here in the next few minutes.
We're so close. We are now joined by a partner at EY Professional Services, who is a member of the CHA Governing Board and chair of the Development Committee. For this year's Menu of Hope, she served as chair of the steering committee. Please welcome Massa Abdelati.
Well, as the chair of the steering committee, I'd like to extend my heartfelt thank you to everyone in this room, for those who booked tables, who donated, and who offered their time and their talent to bring us this very fine program today. So thank you. Menu of Hope, as you can tell, is a very important fundraiser for us. And we appreciate all of you in the room and online as well, and anybody who already made a donation for our goal. But I have one more special story to tell, to emphasize the strong partnership with Kroger and Children Hunger Alliance. Colleen Burrows is a cashier at Kroger's Jonestown store. She's been Kroger's Zero Hero for 9 quarters, meaning that she is the division cashier who raised the most money through the Roundup to Fight Hunger program. Since 2020, Colleen has raised $18,000 for the Children Hunger Alliance by simply asking her customers to round up in support of hungry kids. And it's just amazing what one person can do. Colleen is here with us today, and I want to show her appreciation for what she's doing and help food insecure kids. So please help me in thanking Colleen. Colleen, please stand up. She's right there.
Thank you, Massa. How'd she do it? By asking. Hundreds of times, thousands of times, Colleen. Just asked Kroger customers to round up to help hungry kids. And if that sometimes is maybe a little annoying to you at the grocery store, we hope what you've seen and heard today will remind you of the importance of rounding up and what a huge difference it can make. We're asking you, maybe round up. Make a contribution to the Children's Hunger Alliance today. Again, the text is MOH, Menu of Hope, MOH 24 to 76278. Not too late here. We're going to get that last 10,000 taken care of, and you can honor Colleen, the hardworking cashier, not afraid to ask the important question by making a gift right now of any size to the Children's Hunger Alliance.
And this is a wonderful part of the program. We're so excited. Time to recognize the great work done around the state by dedicated people who are putting CHA's mission into action. Our 6 honorees represent the thousands of partners who provide access to healthy food, nutrition, education, and physical activity. Representatives of the honored groups will come to the stage as their organization is being highlighted. And this is important. We want to hold our applause until the end. I know it's hard because we want to cheer for them so much. We will definitely make time to cheer for all of them at the end. So first up is the School Breakfast Program of the Year, which is Mad River Local Schools in Montgomery County. CHA has had a relationship with them for over 12 years. The program began in the middle school. It's extended to their elementary buildings. Very successful breakfast in the classroom program not only provides a meal, but also prepares students for learning together as a class. The after-school program of the year is the Boys and Girls Club in Summit County. They partnered with CHA during the pandemic, distributing grab-and-go meals. They now serve students from surrounding Akron schools with meals and snacks. In addition to food service, they offer after-school care, and the energy of the staff matches that of the students. The summer meal program of the year is the Blanchester Public Library, serving Warren and Clinton counties. They've been a CHA partner since 2022, navigating program changes exceptionally well. Their advertising efforts have brought children to the library. In addition to a well-organized food service program, they've created a fun, safe, and enriching experience for area children.
The Child Care Center of the Year is Itsy Bitsy Daycare in Fairfield County. They partnered with CHA in 2021 during the pandemic, and they make a special effort to vary their daily menus so that the kids have an opportunity to try new foods. They also offer nutrition education for families as well. The in-home child care provider of the year is Charlotte Walls in Muskingum County. For 7 years, Charlotte has partnered with CHA. Her home provides a great daycare environment and is very kid-friendly. With her husband, they provide educational activities for the kids and engage families in nutrition education. They have a reputation, for being professional and well-organized. And the weekend, you may have to pick this one.
I think I may have to take that one for you. The weekend meal program of the year, Westmount Elementary School in Franklin County, a school in the Columbus City School District. 100% of their students qualify for free or reduced priced meals. A reading intervention specialist at the school connected with CHA in 2022, recognizing the students' need for food on the weekends. Every week, older students help set up the meal box distribution throughout the school, so all students, nearly 300 children, have much needed nutrition over the weekend. This is what CHA is all about, the work that you all are doing, fulfilling this mission, feeding our kids. Thank you so much for what you're doing. Now let's give them that big round of applause.
All right. Let's close out the show here and let's have a look at that total. I think we've got one.
Oh,
Well, there it is.
it's your first year of Menu of Hope as our CEO.
That's a typo, right? So I was like, did we get an additional 500,000?
Wouldn't that be amazing?
We made goal.
We made the goal.
Nicely done. Not too late to make a contribution here now. Text to give to CHA, open for the next 24 hours.
And we hope you will continue to share the stories, what you heard today. You all have a card on your table, looks like this, QR code on there, and it's so very easy to share the messages that you heard here today, share the stories that you heard here today from our special guest speaker, Alex, and from the other folks that you've heard from today. You're making a difference. You are feeding Ohio's kids. It is the foundation of every single day. And if you are fortunate enough to start the day without worrying about where your next meal will come from, we all have an opportunity to make that difference for a young person right here in our community. So we hope you will text to give. We hope you will share these stories, and we hope you will continue to give to Children's Hunger Alliance.
And we look forward to seeing you again next year. It'll be the 30th anniversary of the Menu for Hope event. So 30 years of caring and giving hope to kids and families deserves a great celebration, and we will surely deliver that. We promise next year.
Thank you all so much for being here.